I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I miss you.
The Nintendo Switch turned 4 years old 2 days ago, and because I've had it since its release date on March 3rd, 2017, I thought I'd make a list of my top 10 games on the system. Everybody's list is going to be different, this is just my list, but I'd love to see your list, so leave your top 10 games down in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's kick it off with number 10. I have a love-hate relationship with this game. I started playing it when it was released in April 2020. I invested too many hours into it. I carefully selected which villagers I want on my island by buying those NFC tags from random strangers on the internet. I would talk to everyone on the island, give them gifts, grow my plants, and just overall making the island my own. It was so good during the first lockdown here in the UK, but I haven't touched it since then. Why? Because the game was so addicting. Fair enough if you have lots of free time and you can invest hundreds of hours into it. But at the time I had some exams coming up and I had to put it down. Otherwise I would have sunk hundreds of hours into it as well. Nonetheless, it's a very relaxing game at the end of the day and a game to unleash your inner creativity. Super Mario Maker 2 comes with its own little story mode and just over 100 quick levels made by Nintendo. But nobody cares about those. Nobody buys the game to play Nintendo's levels. The real deal is playing what other people have created. People have literally created millions of levels, so you are never running out of levels to play. And as the name suggests, you can make your own levels too. The only bad thing about the game is that you have to have a monthly online subscription, which costs £3.50 a month or £18 a year. Other than that, great value for money for the endless amount of levels online. No list is complete without Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. You know the game is going to be the best version because it has Ultimate in the title. It's highly polished, great soundtrack, so many levels and so many characters to choose from, with more and more characters being introduced. And you can play up to 8 players on a local multiplayer. There's over 80 playable characters, but I stuck with Corrin because nobody can beat Corrin. If you haven't already bought it and you want a fighting game, it does not get better than this. Not gonna lie, I prefer indie games over AAA games. Shovel Knight Treasure Trove is a collection of 4 Shovel Knight games. If you've not played it, it's a side-scrolling action platformer with great 8-bit soundtrack. Unless 8-bit games aren't your thing, this game is very well made and definitely worth grabbing. Hades is probably the only roguelike game that I enjoyed. You play as Hades' son Zagreus, who's trying to escape the underworld to reach Mount Olympus, and you got your uncles and aunties helping you along the way. The game starts off so hard, and you'll die many times, but with each death you become stronger. And don't even talk to me about the soundtrack. Darren Korb did an absolutely incredible job on the music. Even if the game wasn't your thing, the soundtrack alone is worth the price. Mario Odyssey is without a shadow of a doubt the best 3D Mario out there. The main mechanic of the game comes from your sidekick, Cappy, which you can throw at stuff to possess them. You can become a T-Rex, a fish, an onion, a tree, you name it. And with each character you possess, you also get their special abilities, like reaching new heights, or breaking walls, or swimming without limited oxygen. Storyline is the same. Bowser kidnaps Peach, and it's up to you to save her. But you never play Mario for the storyline, do you? If you don't have this game in your library, what are you waiting for? Sadly, during the 4 years of the Switch's life, we did not get a new Mario Kart that was made specifically for it. Instead, we got this Wii U port with slightly better graphics and a few DLCs. Can't complain though, this game is one of the few games that I keep coming back to over and over again. You can play as a single player if you don't have any friends, but if you have at least one friend, then you can play split screen with them. Breath of the Wild is the first truly open world Zelda game, and Nintendo could not have done a better job on it. The world is absolutely massive, and chances are, if you can see it, you can probably get to it. You have the freedom to do almost anything you want. The plot follows a linear progression with 4 main dungeons that progress the storyline, and over 100 shrines which are like mini dungeons. This is the first game that I got for the Switch, and I cannot wait to play Breath of the Wild 2 when that comes out later this year.
That look on your face tells me that you have no recollection of me, however.
I think you are now ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
This was very close to being my number one. Celeste is a masterpiece, 10 out of 10. It's a platformer, but has more than just gameplay. The mechanics and whatever system they built for the gameplay is so tight, like the controls are so precise. The pixel art style is damn good, the storyline and the characters are so lovable, but what complements all of these perfectly is the soundtrack. Celeste is the best platformer you can get on the Switch. And for number one,
ladies and gentlemen, her.
This is it. This is the greatest game in existence, at least until Silksong comes out. Hollow Knight is a 2D Metroidvania like no other. You play as this little knight, it's just you and your nail against the world. Team Cherry created a huge world with many secrets to uncover, a wide variety of bosses to fight, a killer storyline, and different characters to love and hate. If you're a Metroidvania fan, then you 100% need to get this game. Hope you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your top 10 games down in the comment section below.